All right, so I'm going to try to make this video not too long, right? So basically, with this video, I kind of wanted to address the fact that I might be approaching things a little differently here. Not hugely differently. That's why I said a little differently. What I have realized lately is that I kind of want to do a different thing when it comes to my reactions on this channel. I feel like maybe certain decisions I might have made while reacting might have maybe harmed this channel a bit. Not while reacting, of course, to the songs, but the way I guess I did it in terms of the videos I put out at the time. So I started the channel reacting to BTS first, correct? And honestly, I would say I'm very, very grateful to all the BTS fans that allowed this channel to get the amount of attention it did in the beginning. But I feel like the mistake I made was I started to get, I feel like maybe a little too eager, I guess, with so many different recommendations to check out this group and that group and every other group there is. I started doing that, of course. I started checking out so many different groups. Of course, you would see me do, you would see a bunch of videos come out. Oh, first time reacting to this group, first time reacting to this group, first time reacting to this group, just on and on and on. And I feel like the reason that was a mistake is yes, it allowed the channel to grow a little more, but I feel like it prevented it from kind of getting to a point where I can flesh out certain groups and their discographies and their content. So like BTS, like I said, I started with them, and because of so many group recommendations, I checked out majority of the discography, but that was kind of it, right? I started checking out a lot of their content in the beginning, and a bunch of other groups content, and then at some point it just stopped because of the fact that I checked out the discography and I never went any further with that, which I see as a mistake because there are so many other things with that group that I could have fleshed out, other stuff, other music that I haven't heard. Because like I said, I say majority because I'm pretty sure I had not heard all of BTS's music, and then just stuff like that. I feel like I kind of got distracted with other groups and stuff like that. And not just BTS, just it goes the same with other groups as well. My most popular video on this channel is a Stray Kids reaction. The last Stray Kids reaction that's on this channel is their recent comeback, but before that, it was of the comeback before that, I'm pretty sure. And at some point I was checking out a good bit of the discography, but then that stopped as well, right? And then I know they have other content, other things as well that I did, and it just all stopped because of the mistake of constantly checking new groups out and doing all that. It prevented me, I feel like, from really fleshing out the specific artists that I wanted to check out, and I probably missed out on certain things, which might have also hurt the growth of the channel as well. So that's one thing. The next thing I feel like also kind of hurt it is when I started checking out new releases. Now, there's no problem with checking out new releases. I love to check out new releases and new comebacks. But the thing is, with K-pop, there's at least 20 within like 2 weeks that come out. There's at least 20 new things coming out within like 2 weeks. And because of me checking out all that as well, I stacked up a bunch of just that, and then from those new releases I would check out, there would be some new groups that I never checked out before. Then I would get recommendations to check out more of their stuff, and then it just kept going on. So more added on to that. So then I just kept checking out a bunch of random stuff at times. And I know how the K-pop community works. There's not many multi-stan people that check out every single artist that they can, right? Me as a fan myself, I'm probably part of a very small percentage of people that try to check out everything that they can, because I mean it's hard to do that when you focus on one group. There's so much content that comes out of that one group to where you can't really like focus on any other groups or whatever, or you might check out a title track but you don't go through the albums and stuff like that. So I understand that, obviously. So the reason why I feel like that hurts my channel is because of the fact that you have so many people that want a specific reaction from a specific group that they like, but then you have another amount of people doing the same thing for another group. And then if I'm posting a bunch of different things, certain groups aren't getting posted at this time. And then you feel me, the other people might not be getting the specific reactions that they do. So then, let's see. No, no, no. So the other people might not be getting the specific reactions that they want. So then it kind of like mixes up the audience of the channel, and then certain people stop tuning in. Right. Some people, of course, continue to tune in. Of course, I am very grateful to the people that are still continuing to tune in, even if even if I haven't checked out or reacted to the specific artist that you like in a while. Right, the specific people tune in, and then you get a bunch of people that are looking for many different things. So then you get a different amount of views and stuff like that on the channel, and I feel like that hurts the algorithm to be able to help the channel grow as it should, right? If that makes any sense. So it kind of messed up the entire thing, not of course just channel wise and growth wise, but also personally as well. I feel like because I got confused and almost kind of stressed out because it was so much things that I feel like that I wanted to do. I feel like at some point I'm okay. I feel like I've realized that I'm a person that is often not very patient with certain things, right? Like sometimes I definitely can be patient with certain things, but also at certain times when there's a lot of things that I want to do, I try to do them all at once, and that's not something you can do with a limited time, right? Um, yeah, like if I could, no, no, okay. Like, truthfully, it's definitely not possible to check out the amount of releases or amount of groups or whatever, like it's different discographies all in one day. And I feel like I tried to do that. I tried to do that a lot or all in one week. So then when I overloaded myself, I started to kind of shut down at that point because I was like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. It's like so much, and I don't, So then I started to just not do certain things, and then it just went away from me at that point. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. What I'm making this video for basically is saying I'm going to take a couple steps back with that, right? With checking out so many different groups at a time, right? So many different artists at a time, so many different, like, just content at a time. I'm going to focus and flesh out a couple, right? Something that I feel like I was doing towards the beginning of my channel because there weren't so many things that I'd started doing. Then, of course, like I said, it got away from me when I started to do a bunch of different things. So I'm going to dwindle it down, right? The only time I feel like I will check out a bunch of different new things is when I do get Patreon requests, because those are requested videos that people actually, subscribe to the Patreon to see. They request it through those tiers. So those are guaranteed as always. So those will come up always, but regularly though, outside of the Patreon requests, I'm just going to just check out a couple of groups at a time, because I could probably name about 20 different groups that I've like started checking out things of and then stopped, and then there's still a whole amount of things, right? I know. Like I looked at my channel, I was scrolling through. I was like, wow. I was like, yo, there's like so much. And I'm like, not I've even forgot about some of them, which is crazy to me. But yeah, it's just a lot of that, right? So I just have to kind of take a step back. So with that also, because I did manage, I did mention the comebacks as well. I'm going to have to also take a step back from checking out a bunch of comebacks as well. Not this month, because I've already kind of like scheduled checking out the ones this month, and I actually do really want to check out the comebacks that's happening on the rest of this month. But I think starting next month, what I'm going to start doing is not checking the comebacks when they do come out, because I think I also stressed myself out with that as well. I'm like, oh shoot, this person had a comeback, I gotta check it out today, I gotta react to it today. I think that's also a thing just within YouTube algorithm as well. When somebody has a comeback within K-pop, there's like what, like a million K-pop channels probably racing to get their reaction out first. And I think at the beginning I started doing that. Now I don't really care about doing that. I just get it out when I can get it out. But I also still try to rush myself to get it out the same day it comes out. And I feel like that's never really helped. That's never really helped at all, honestly. So I feel like I'm also going to start taking a step back with that. Any comeback that happens starting next month, I'm going to take a step back and not immediately react to it, edit it, and try to get it out. Now that's only a thing like for groups that I haven't really checked out too much by, honestly. If it's a group that I've basically went through their entire discography and they've had a comeback and I'm hugely excited for it, then I most likely will check the comeback out, right? But I think most of those groups have already have had a comeback this year, so I don't know if they're going to have another comeback. It depends, but I guess we'll see. So like something like if Twice just randomly had a comeback, like of course I'm gonna check that out immediately, right? But they done a tour, they need a break, they don't need to have any comebacks this year. Like truthfully, they don't need to have any comebacks. And then same thing with other groups as well. Like most of the ones that I feel like I would check out immediately. Of course, I'm going to check those out, but I don't think again that many of those groups are gonna have another comeback depending on there might be some anything after the 31st. I'm gonna wait on it. We're gonna wait on it. You feel me? Because I really do want to get to a point where I'm checking out just a couple groups or a few, right? A couple or a few, two or three groups at a time on the channel, unless it's a Patreon request. Because I mean, like the amount of just stacked on that I've done over the years, it's just like it's too much. And I feel like that's also going to help because I also want to start doing other content, maybe not on this channel specifically, but there are other ideas I do have for content that I want to start doing just in general, and you guys will see that come out, and I'll obviously tell you guys when that comes out. And then also that'll help me get more kind of in tune with checking out more things on the Patreon as well, because there's more videos I have to do over there. So as I continue to do that stuff over there and then over here, it'll help me get a better balance with all that. And then my time as well, because again, I am not doing this full time. There is a good bit of my time in the day where I have to go out and work and do all of that, and then try to come back and try to do content as well, right? I don't want to have to kind of consume myself with all that. So making it a little dwindled down will allow me to make a better balance of my time and stuff like that. So basically though, the last video I made with the update video kind of scrapped the scrap what I said in that video. I might just delete that video or unlist it or something like that. Because most of the things I said in that video is now irrelevant because I'm not doing the specific idea that I said I was going to do. That I tried it for like 2 albums and I was like, nah, okay. But yeah, moving forward, there'll be a little less variety and more focused reactions, if that makes any sense. But of course, when I do focus on one group and finish their thing, I will still continue to do other groups as well. And you guys will see that. And then you guys can always look forward to that, of course. But yeah, that's really all I had to say for this one. I hope you guys can continue to support the channel as many of you have been doing. I definitely am, like I said, very, very grateful to everybody that has stayed, even though I haven't checked out the specific artist that you like. Is still, very surprising to me when I see people really enjoying my reactions. So yeah, just thankful for that. I'm very excited to show you guys more content and stuff like that. But yeah, 100%. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.